They out here lying.
Young fan, play beat.
It's funny how the haters show their true colors. Claim they in the field, but they really ain't gonna do nothing. Bagging up this gas, and I'm only burning 2 onions. Fucking up this money, I'm just dealing with some numbers. Running over packs, and you niggas out here still fumbling. Looking for some help, measure karma, ain't no need wondering. Focus on success, these niggas watch me, now they need some. But I ain't got it, they faces change when they couldn't read a nigga pocket. Every time a hater see me, it get real quiet. That's just cause they wanna be me, I am not lying. Jealousy and envy all because a nigga made it out. Karma came and got them niggas who was out there placing doubt. Living good ain't way about no lame niggas. Laying in some shade, chilling, smoking, and I'm paid nigga. They gotta watch me, I'm talking to your main niggas. Playing around with people's lives until the game gets you.
Jay-Z said it best. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. They out here lying. They out here lying.
Young fan, play
Be careful. Yeah.
It's funny how the haters show their true colors. Claim they in the field, but they really ain't gonna do nothing. Bagging up this gas, and I'm only burning 2 onions. Fucking up this money, I'm just dealing with some new numbers. Running over packs, and you niggas out here still fumbling. Looking for some help, measure karma, ain't no need wondering. Focus on success, these niggas watch me, now they need some. But I ain't got it, they faces change when they couldn't read a nigga pocket. Every time a hater see me, it get real quiet. That's just cause they wanna be me, I am not lying. Jealousy and envy all because a nigga made it out. Karma came and got them niggas who was out there placing doubt. Living good ain't way about no lame niggas. Laying in some shade, chilling, smoking, and I'm paid nigga. They gotta watch me, I'm talking to your main niggas. Playing around with people's lives until the game gets you.
It's uptown. We going uptown, man. These niggas is out here lying. And we gonna get to the bottom of this shit. You only lie but for so long.
People come and go. Gotta stay woke though. A snake always sheds his skin. But the advice I was given, never get bit twice. Have you ever had a feeling and you knew it wasn't right? Had a haters started hating cause they miserable with life. They never saying they when they loyalty is right, it's never putting in the work, but they always want to slice, and you bless them. They still snaking like you ain't help. They snake lessons that you learn when you gotta teach yourself. No forgiveness or regrets, gotta keep a mental check. I'm talking progress with my steps. Burn the bridge and don't forget.
Yo, what up?
Who was hungry, need a place where they could rest.
Double tap the screen.
Why they think up what's next? They still dollars to invest. I ain't worried about the best. I'm thinking, boy,
we about to expose these liars.
They thinking that I'm thirsty for the sex. They brush my thirst if you talking about me running up a check. A bag, get your shit in check. I'm knocking hits over the fence.
Double tap the screen.
In the west.
We have to get started.
Yeah. How you see me starving but expect to eat? Niggas moving grumpy, can't sit with me. Curving all these haters like calligraphy. Curve. I'm just having an epiphany. How you see me starving but expect to eat? Watch me. Niggas moving grimy, can't sit with me. Grimy niggas curving all these haters like calligraphy. For sure.
We going live.
Had to separate from all the fake ones. Had face plays.
Peace, salute.
Rainy days turned muddy with the fake love. They fake counting paper while I'm baking on some good bud. Like connecting dots, heavy motion never stops. Big enough to be an op, and I'm rich to get you shot.
We about to get into this though.
We talking money, then it's a go. Like running numbers, got these niggas looking critical. I'm on now, they coming back around the time for it. Enjoying blessings, know the haters wanna try and spoil dry. Smooth like dunking off the backboard. If you hear a hater name, then he asks for it. Money is the plan while I'm on my land. Everybody running scams, they'll remember who I am. Everything I said I did, documented by the facts. Fans wanna see me fall cause they know they can't come back.
What's good?
How you see me starving but expect to eat? Niggas moving grimy, can't sit with me. Curving all these haters like calligraphy. I'm just having an epiphany.
We just having an epiphany right now.
See me starving but expect to eat. niggas moving grimy, can't sit with me. Curving all these haters like calligraphy. I'm just having an epiphany.
Yo, what up? What up? It's your boy No Game Records, man. Salute to everybody that's pulling up. Need y'all to double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell that lets you know when I'm going live every day. This is the show Smoke and Mirrors when you tired of being gassed. And with all this lying that's going on out here in the world right now, you gotta watch what niggas be saying. They out here chasing it. They numbers ain't adding up to what it looked like before. Salute to all my subscribers that pulled up. My 2.22K. I got a little bit over 2,000. They organic though. You know what I mean? I don't get out here and just be talking just so people could look, right? We talk about real shit. The lies are not adding up. Tom Dore. Elazar, that's how you sell it. Elazar. Garcia Perez. Jacoby. Clark. I'll salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Nah, we not lying. We not lying. I don't have no reasons to lie. If you look at all my other vlogs and lives, I'm sitting here giving you information that's truthful information. You know, I do my own research. And you know, I just have to let y'all know you have to be careful when y'all get on these YouTube channels and y'all be watching certain people. Some of y'all be supporting people y'all don't even know. You feel me? Some of y'all are supporting people y'all don't even know. Y'all sending them super chats because of what they're talking about. Maybe their captions probably attracted you or whatever. But most of these people be lying. And a lot of people be advertising themselves because they got, quote unquote, so many views on a YouTube, on a Instagram or Facebook or whatever, TikTok, whatever. A lot of people be buying their views to make their numbers look good so they can fool the system and get paid. You know what I'm saying? Some people pages are monetized. They got 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 subscribers. But when you see them put up content, maybe about 400, 500 people are watching on it. Now, I sat back, right? And I watched a couple of channels, right? And a lot of people want to be YouTube personalities all the time. Jacoby, God is great. He's not just good, he's great. All these people all the time, they want to be looked at as social media famous personalities or whatever. See, everybody, there's a lot of people out here chasing it right now. And the numbers ain't adding up. How your niggas got 50,000 subscribers and only 500 viewers is watching your shit on a consistent basis? Y'all be on here pump faking the people, trying to finesse people out of their money like y'all got connections and y'all could get them in situations that can be beneficial to them, and y'all out here lying and finessing the people. A lot of you YouTube vloggers, y'all should catch charges for out here finessing people on YouTube. Because if you got to finesse people on YouTube to make you some money, then you's a sad person. And there's a lot of you sad individuals on YouTube. I'm watching somebody's shit, right? And you know, I was psyched out by the numbers. I'm looking at the person's page. They got numbers and it looked good. So I start, you know, doing what I could to help the person situation, whatever, make some merch for them because I got the machines in here to make the merchandise and shit. I done made, you know, slides for myself. You know, I got slides on deck This is my company, Stack Chicken. If you ain't stacking chicken, something's missing. I done made slides, everything from slides, female sweatsuits, kids, outfits, grown men attire, jackets, coats, everything. I got a little bit of everything. Socks. But I don't buy my customers. I don't buy my views. I don't play none of them. I used to play Call of Duty, but I got into more serious talk, which is bringing y'all information and hoping that y'all don't be fooled by these suckers that's trying to finesse y'all out of money. I'm watching and I'm looking. I'm not just watching to see what's going on with somebody, because I don't pray for nobody's downfall. I pray for people to win at all times. And if I can help at any cost, I'm helping. Except, going overboard more than what the average person that's doing their thing is trying to do for themselves. See, people want you to take care of them, right? People want, and it be these grown-ass individuals that want you to take care of them. Trying to understand why would y'all want somebody else to take care of y'all, because y'all claim that y'all get it out the mud. Y'all claim y'all 10 toes down. Y'all claim nobody's there, nobody helps. But y'all constantly be in people's DMs and inboxes trying to get people to send y'all money, right? Stop lying to people. Y'all out here lying to the people and y'all finessing the people, and that's not a good look, because y'all shouldn't even be doing that shit, bro. Like gangster. Y'all out here finessing the, looking at people's YouTube channels. Like this one channel is ridiculous because it's not making no sense. Your numbers are not adding up. This shit ain't adding up. You niggas is out here lying to yourself. And it is what it is. 20,000 subscribers. 20,000 subscribers in a week. Let's just say in a week, with them 20,000 subscribers, you're supposed to be doing at least 10,000. 10,000. You feel me? It's difficult because everybody out here capping. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna have 20,000 subscribers and I'm only getting 130 views in 2 weeks. The 130 views should have been ran up in the first 3 minutes I clicked on. 8 days, under 90 views. It's taking niggas 5 months to get 600 views. One shit is 11 days, got 130 views. It's not making no sense when you got 20,000 subscribers. You only coming up with 175 views in a month. That's 30 days. And let's be real. People be busy. People be doing things. People got their own situations going on, right? But ain't no way I'm going to have 20,000. Me, per se, personally, me, if I got 20,000 subscribers, right? I got 20,000 subscribers. And in 3 days, I only get 150 people to look at my shit. I'm canceling all my subscribers. That's how you know most of these motherfucking YouTube channels be buying views. Y'all buying views, y'all buying subscribers, y'all niggas is tagged in on the plant, and y'all don't want to expose yourself because y'all too far in the game now with all the capping that y'all did. Too far. People start questioning the fact that your numbers ain't the same, and they haven't been the same for a minute. That's when people start calling people haters. No, why can't you just keep it hot? Why can't you just keep it hot and let people know that your money's funny because niggas be basing their lives off of making YouTube their job. Niggas is filing taxes for YouTube and don't even make that much money. I don't know what y'all niggas be thinking about, but I'm just trying to get this money, man.
The M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y. I'm just trying to get this money. It's the M-O-N-E-Y. The M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y. I'm just trying to get this money. It's the M-O-N-E-Y.
See, they don't even be understanding what be going on, man. Niggas be making shit happen over here.
The M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y. I'm just trying to get this money. It's the M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y. I'm just trying to get this money. The M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y. I'm just trying to get this money. It's the M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y, M-O-N-E-Y. I'm just trying to get this money. I'm just focused on this paper. And I ain't worried about a hater. Control emotion, thinking major. About to cool out on some acres. Connect the dots, now the picture's drawn. They frowning in their face, cause they know the type of shit I'm on. Money strong, peaked the lot, was jealous, had to get them gone. Broke bread with broke ass niggas who said I did them wrong. Had to charge it to the game, that's what kept me moving forward. Never looking back or counting on 100 stacks. Mini mansion, couple rooms, a pool in the back. Cooling with the day ones, they in their feelings, we don't say nothing. You hating, just go get something. You burnt the bridge, so keep your distance. Too much chatting, but it's senseless. The hustle is relentless. They broke, can't pay attention. Tried to tell them, they ain't listen. Now I'm sitting back, running up some digits. I'm just trying to get this money in. Make sure y'all go get my magazine. It's out online right now. No Time for Games, the magazine. Look it up. That's it. No Game Beauties, featuring my homegirl, Miss Make-A-Wish Star. Go get the magazine. Run it up. I don't talk about nothing. I appreciate all the people that fuck with me. Generally, let me put this in correct form. Generally and generously. That's it. Almost got me caught up with my words. I gotta, roll up some of my meds. The doctor prescribed me good meds. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I'm talking about the meds you get from the plant, and it's not the coca plant. You heard? Just in case you niggas wanted to get shit twisted out there, you know what I'm saying? We roll up good gas. You know what I'm saying? I always keep some good ass gas here. You know what I'm saying? Got the grabber. You know we situated with the bowl of grabber. Y'all niggas ain't got no money like that where y'all can buy bowls of grabber. At the end of the day, we don't lie over here. We don't feed y'all facades. We don't give y'all no bullshit. We just let y'all know what it really is over here. They out here, they capping, they buying shit. They numbers ain't adding up. They looking popped. They hurting right now. Niggas ain't got no income coming in. They begging for y'all to send super chats. I just had to get on here early and just let it be known. Y'all got to stop paying attention to these dudes that just be running their mouth. They act like they know shit. They don't do no research on shit. And they just be swearing up and down. They knowing what they talking about. You feel me? But I'm gonna give you a little history of me. This is my history. This is what I be doing out here, man. Hold on. Pull it up for y'all right now. Pull it up for y'all right now. Because we don't have no time to be lying out here. I don't know if I took it off. I think I took it off of here. But anyway,
I was indicted by the fucking dirty ass system for speaking my piece about a pig who killed my little brother. I'm back on that now. They can't stop me. Oh, here you go, right here. Let me put y'all on
I think a
game.
Facebook post could land you in.
Double tap the like button.
Yeah, I mean, it's a question.
Double tap the like button because this is a serious matter right here. I'm talking about how they watching everybody's social media. They watching what you doing. They paying attention really close because the powers of the word can reach so many people and convince and change minds and really the truth is what scares a lot of these people. A lot of these people are scared by the truth. And I don't have to buy views or subscribers. I just give you content like this.
Ever think a Facebook post could land you in jail?
Yeah, I mean, it's a question.
It's what we're looking at today.
Right.
In this case, with Henderson Clark.
The Henderson Clark case.
Yeah, so we're diving
That's
deep into
me.
this story out in New Rochelle, where Henderson Clark is facing charges for allegedly threatening the police officer who shot and killed Kamal Flowers back in 2020.
That's me.
Really interesting how this case kind of sits at the intersection of free speech and social media and police accountability.
Yeah.
All these things kind of coming together. And I think that's what makes it so fascinating. You know, we're going to be looking at kind of those blurred lines between expressing your anger about something, especially something as controversial as a police shooting.
Right.
And then what the law considers an actual threat.
Yeah, so we're using a piece from Talk of the Sound, which is a local news website there. And they've got this really in-depth investigative piece that we're going to be pulling from.
They did a great job. I mean, they really dug deep into this.
Yeah.
They've got court documents, social media posts,
Mhm.
and even details about misconduct allegations against the officer.
Now you heard what they said. They said that I threatened a police officer that killed my little brother. June 5th, 2020, police, a dirty cop that had 150 infractions, pulled his gun on black kids before, chased my brother down a dark street and lied and said my brother drew a gun on him, and I got the video. It's on my page. You can scroll through my page and check it out, where I expose the police's lies and I show you the CCTV footage of how my brother was being shot at, lied and said he was tased, but he was being shot at from the beginning. The cop tried to shoot my brother in the head, fucking faggot. And he gunned my brother down in the street. And I went on social media expressing my free speech, my First Amendment right. They gave us constitutional rights. This is where they saying black people, this was part of the original Constitution before it got changed, that black people didn't have no rights before slavery, during slavery, and after slavery. Look it up. Look it up. I think it's called the 14th Amendment. They rewrote the book because they don't want you to see the real shit. But they tried to suppress my First Amendment right as an American, as a black American, as a grown-ass man, a smart black man. See, they think that colored people are stupid. The system thinks that colored people are stupid. And they didn't know that they was dealing with somebody who knew the motherfucking law.
Ever think a Facebook post could land you in jail?
Yeah, I mean, it's a question.
It's what we're looking at today.
Right.
In this case, with Henderson Clark.
The Henderson Clark case.
Yeah, so we're diving deep into this story out in New Rochelle, where Henderson Clark is facing charges for allegedly threatening the police officer who shot and killed Kamal Flowers back in 2020.
Really interesting how this case kind of sits at the intersection of free speech and social media and police accountability.
Yeah.
All these things kind of coming together. And I think that's what makes it so fascinating. You know, we're going to be looking at kind of those blurred lines between expressing your anger about something, especially something as controversial as a police shooting.
Right.
And then what the law considers an actual threat.
Now, what the fuck is the law? If I have the freedom of speech, which means I can say what the fuck I want to say, when I want to say it, how I say it, and how loud I say it. There is no First Amendment right if you go and break down someone's speech. You can't control how somebody feel. You can't control that person if they're angry. And most people, when we're angry, we get loud. We express ourselves. And that's what I'm protected by. I'm protected by the First Amendment right. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree with me. But if you put a 2 in the chat, you have to tell me your reasons why you disagree with why I shouldn't be allowed to say what the fuck I want to say. If I'm American, right, and the Constitution of the United States of America, right, the first law in the Constitution is the freedom of speech, not selective speech. They should have made it clear when they wrote that fucking Constitution, because you're not going to tell me what I can and what I can't say. 3784, salute. Appreciate you, man. There's no law that says you have the right to speak selective. This is your constitutional right to have selective freedom of speech, freedom of selective speech. Fuck that. I'm going to say what I want. I'm protected. They tried to suppress my First Amendment right.
Brett.
Yeah, so we're using a piece from
Listen to what she says, though, because we have to do this. Listen to what she says.
And then what the law, kind of those blurred lines between expressing your anger about something, all these things kind of coming together. And and I think that's what makes it so fascinating. You know, we're going to be looking at kind of those blurred lines between expressing your anger about something, especially something as controversial as a police shooting.
Right.
And then what the law considers an actual threat.
Yeah.
Now, they saying there's a line between expressing yourself and what the law says. What the Lord say? The Lord said, I have freedom of speech. The Lord didn't say there was a line between what the fuck you say and how you say it. There was none of that.
So we're using a piece from Talk of the Sound, which is a local news website there. And they've got this really in-depth investigative piece that we're going to be pulling from.
They did a great job. I mean, they really dug deep into this. They've got court documents, social media posts, and even details about misconduct allegations against the officer involved.
Oh, wow.
So really interesting stuff.
Okay, so.
Oh. Facts. I'm not being quiet. They just have to put me in jail for breaking the First Amendment of the Constitution. And once you get me in court and I run that shit down to them, I had to go in there with cue cards and everything. This is what it says. The First Amendment of the constitutional right gives you, me, the American, the taxpayer, the freedom of speech on public issues that deserve public concerns of public interest or public matters. The First Amendment of the Constitution says that. So how the fuck can they try and tell me what I can and can't say? My mother and father never even told me what I could and couldn't say, because I already knew what I could and couldn't say around them. My mother is the reason why I am the way I am right now. She told me, you stand on what you believe in. And nobody should be nobody. You don't let nobody silence you, especially if you got proof.
I guess to really understand how we got here, we need to understand what landed Henderson Clark in legal trouble.
They killed my brother.
He's facing a 6-count indictment.
Wow.
For something called aggravated harassment in the second degree.
Aggravated harassment in the second degree. I caught 6 counts. They had a secret indictment. Like, you know how drug dealers catch a sale indictment, which means they do all this back up, adding up paperwork, and then come get you. And you don't even know that you got a fucking indictment. You don't even know that you've been indicted. You don't know nothing. And the charges that most of these people be catching with these indictments, these sealed indictments, they be felonies. Aggravated harassment in the second degree is a fucking misdemeanor. They wasting our taxpayers' dollars to issue secret indictments. They could do that shit to you. You could be sitting in your fucking crib on social media or whatever platform talking your shit, right? And they could be building a case against you, and next thing you know, they at your fucking door talking about, we got a warrant for you for aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree because you was on something about social media posts. Man, when my brother got tragically murdered by the police, slaughtered by the police, when I was talking my shit on the internet, and it's still up there, on my page on Instagram, I put up a video where I recorded the police was strategically around my residence where my mother lived, because I didn't live there. They was watching my community's block for years. I exposed that they was watching the block for years. The feds called themselves trying to run down on me, and in my video, I'm like, what up? Fuck y'all want? One bitch gonna say, oh, we just came by to say hi. I'm not your fucking peoples. Y'all niggas, fuck y'all bothering me for? I'm allowed to walk around wherever the fuck I want to walk around. Why y'all bothering me? They was like, oh, it was brought to our attention that, you know, you made some post. And I said, yeah, and? They said, yeah, it was on Facebook. And then I said, yeah, and? I know what I posted. Let me ask you a question, Mr. fucking officer or agent or whatever the fuck y'all want to call yourself. How the fuck would you feel if it was your son, your brother, your father, your uncle that was murdered by y'all, nigga? What would you tell if one of y'all partners chased your motherfucking people down a dark block and unalived them, but lied and said they went about it procedurally? How the fuck would you feel? I went live while I'm asking these niggas this shit, right? How? Somehow they must have knew what was going on. They was watching my shit because a minute and 12 seconds into my live of taping them and asking them questions, they cut my live feed. That's on my page too. They definitely was watching me because I definitely didn't give a fuck if it was police or not. You take one of mine, nigga, it's a situation. These police walk around here nervous. I don't obey them. I don't fear them. And they know that because the day they killed my brother was June 5th, 2020 at 10:54 p.m., right? 4 or 5 o'clock that morning, I was banging on the police doors. They had the front doors locked. If you didn't do nothing fucking wrong, why the fuck your front doors was locked? So I went to the back of the police station, kicking on doors. They watching me on camera. Y'all gonna come the fuck outside. 20 to 25 of them came outside, tried to surround me in a circle, and I'm sitting there barking on all of them, from captains, lieutenants, beat cops, detectives. I didn't give a fuck, and I told them straight like this: if any one of y'all put y'all fucking hands on me, y'all gonna have a reason to lock me up, because I'm gonna try and tear all you motherfuckers up. I ain't got no gun, and I'm on your cameras. Ain't no reason to draw no pistol on me. Box with your punk asses. They stood right there at attention in circles. I got other footage. I'm in the front of the building, cursing the fucking police out by myself. And not near one of them niggas touched me. Not one of them. They are public servants. They serve the public. We pay our taxes that they make us pay, that pay these niggas, and how these niggas think they gonna be above the fucking law to where they could just treat the motherfucking civilians in the street wrong. I don't give a fuck about y'all money. You can try, bro. I see ranking, you can try. What you want to get in the ring or you want to get in the street? Because I don't run from nothing, bro. You on my page talking stupid, and I'm going to leave you on here to look stupid. Because you are one of them cats that's just out there for no reason. Only person that put hands and feet on me is my motherfucking mother and father. The only other person that put hands on me was my older brother growing up. So all that other shit, I'm not with it. We can set it up. But since you meat riding so much, Ossie Rankin, you out of here. Because we ain't got time to be distracted by the bozos like you. See, it's bozos like you that's probably with the situation. So we had to send you on your way. Get up out of here, Ossie Rankin. Go wash your face. I'm a grown-ass man that do grown-ass things, and I don't play with nobody, and I don't play with nobody's kids. So we get rid of people like that. Those is bozos.
Okay.
And it's important to note this is a misdemeanor in New York.
Okay, so a misdemeanor for threatening a police officer.
Right. So the reason that he was indicted was because of...
Did y'all hear? So all my New Yorkers. So all my New Yorkers. It's a misdemeanor to threaten a police officer. You don't have to get out there and be aggressive and threaten nobody. But if somebody has intentions on trying to get next to you to harm you or do any unethical things in your presence or towards you, you have the right to keep a motherfucker up off you. And I didn't give a fuck if they was the police or not, nigga. Told that motherfucking cop, nigga, you gotta have a dialogue with me. You gotta see me, bro. You gotta tell me what was on your mind. Why you lied. And where was the information from the logbook after you fired your weapon over 6 times? We're not gonna say a number. It was over 6 times. You said at first you shot him once. First you said you hit him with the taser. We didn't see no taser marks. Then you said you shot him once. We found 2 bullet holes in my brother's body. Then you say you fired your weapon 6 times, and I looked at the CCTV footage, courtesy of Talk of the Sound, and you shot more than 6 times. So I need to know what the fuck, nigga, you already drew your weapon on 2 black kids for making a legal U-turn in New Rochelle, in my hood. If I would have saw that shit, you would have had to pull that weapon on me too, pussy.
Here.
Right.
We need to understand what landed Henderson Clark in legal trouble.
Right. So he's facing a 6-count indictment.
Wow.
For something called aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree.
Okay.
And it's important to note this is a misdemeanor in New York.
Misdemeanor for threatening a police officer.
Right. So the reason that he was indicted was because of the content of some of his social media posts.
Okay.
So
now social media says Instagram asks you nothing. They ask you for a post. They gave social media to the people to speak on how they speak, and there's babies being killed in other countries. There's other countries being bombed for no reason, and people are dying. There's little kids being trafficked across the motherfucking land to these creeps. But they don't talk about that shit. They talking about somebody who's expressing themselves on fucking social media. Facebook asks you what you think, right?
So prosecutors believe that his words actually went beyond just like venting or being angry.
How can you tell somebody their words went beyond how they meant them to feel? And I have the truth on this police officer executing my brother in the street. I need some motherfucking activists. I've been reaching out to activists such as my son, Yandy, all the New York activists. I reached out to even Attorney Benjamin Crump. I reached out to the New York State Attorney General Letitia James. She didn't even look at this shit. She just believed what the pig said.
And that they crossed the line into what the law would consider a true threat.
Okay.
And
how can they tell me what is a threat and a true threat and what ain't, nigga? The law is fixed. The law is fixed to incarcerate colored people on a high rate. How come these laws only pertain to motherfucking black people when all these rich white people, white executives, white billionaires are doing all types of humiliating, worse, like real dirty shit out here, and they talking about how my words on a platform that says I have the right to express my emotions and how I feel or anger, they're gonna tell me what the fuck and say. Yeah, niggas is crazy.
And I think it's important to remember here that it's not just about the words themselves, but it's also about whether a reasonable person would interpret those words as a genuine intention to cause harm.
Right. And
now, how I dealt with this situation is I looked up a legal case. It's called Brandenburg versus Ohio. Brandenburg versus Ohio is about a Ku Klux Klan member, high-ranking member, who got out here and was talking about he hate Jews, he hated blacks, he hated Jews, he hated blacks, he hated all types of colored people, what he was going to do to colored people, right? That man was arrested because he said it on the TV. He was being interviewed, said it on live TV, just like how I'm talking to y'all on this YouTube shit. He said it to another situation like a live camera, or he said it to live media or whatever. They came back and they arrested this white man, Klan member. If you know anything about the Klan back in them days, they was really bad people. They killed a lot of black people, bro. This man, this racist white man, went in front of the judge and broke down the First Amendment in the Constitution. They turned around because, you know, it was a political move, public matter or whatever. So the people was really on it. You know, you had civil rights people really attacking this. So they wanted to see, you know, something come out of this. They eventually locked the man up, right? They convicted the man of this charge. He appealed it and went up in front of the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court. And he got that charge overturned on the grounds of freedom of speech. It became a civil matter, just like when I went up in the courtroom for this charge. When I uttered out across the fucking court, my First Amendment rights are trying to be suppressed. They are trying to suppress my First Amendment rights. That was on the docket. That became part of the transcripts that cannot be erased or fixed or nothing. The judge immediately heard that and said, sidebar. He covered them. He said that he wanted my lawyer and the DA to go up to the goddamn his podium. He covered the microphone. And I'm just looking at the judge because I could read lips, nigga. He says, I'm going to have to step down from this case because this became a civil matter now. I went through 3 judges just to get this shit thrown. Just to get these niggas to motherfucking understand the laws that they are supposed to uphold. They took a fucking oath under as being fucking judges. Now this goes to expose the crooked court system because the fat bitch district attorney, her fat ass, she tried to use my music in the courtroom. Another form of freedom of speech with art and all of this shit. And the Brandenburg reason why he beat that is because in your freedom of speech, you are protected by a clause that says as long as no lawless imminent action is taken after you said what you said, you're just talking shit. you're protected by the freedom of speech. So I could say, yo, I'm gonna kill you, nigga, right? I could say it all over my social media. I'm gonna kill this person, right? And if I don't go and do it right after, if nothing happens right after to that person, because they could ping your motherfucking technology everywhere you go. So even if something happens to that person, they're gonna investigate me, of course, but they're gonna look into my shit they already looking into and see that I was nowhere near anything that happened. A person that must have had an issue with that person I have no connections to, so I won't have to be worried about that. But even if I said I'm gonna do something directly to this person and I don't go do it right after I say I'm gonna do it, that's just me talking shit. So they can't hold you for that. You just talking shit. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree. If you disagree, let me know why. Everybody's comments mean something as long as they respectful and it's intelligent, it's intellectual. We dealing with intellect over here. We not chatting about what's going on in the fucking rap industry or what's going on in the motherfucking movie industry. It's a whole lot of freaky shit going on in the rap and the movie industry. So we know. What do niggas know what's going on in the laws and what's going on around them? What do y'all know about that?
And some of his posts are pretty intense.
Yeah.
I know Talk of the Sound included some excerpts where Clark actually talked about being on a suicide mission,
Right.
being ready to die for this. And there's even a post where he mentions giving him death, and presumably that's referring to the.
See, this is where they get it fucked up. They said by me saying, right? Listen to what they say.
A reasonable person would interpret those words as a genuine intention to cause harm.
Right. And some of his posts are pretty intense.
Yeah.
I know Talk of the Sound included some excerpts where Clark actually talked about being on a suicide mission, and being ready to die for this. And there's even a post.
Of course I'll be ready to die for the freedom of my brother. My brother was murdered in the fucking street. Of course I'll be ready to die to see the justice and for the freedom of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Wrongdoing. Like, these niggas need to be held accountable. A lot of lies was happening. Of course. Intellectually, yes, I'm ready to die because nobody can tell me what the fuck I'm seeing with the proof that I was given by Talk of the Sound that my brother wasn't executed and lied on. So of course I'm gonna die. Didn't Lincoln say give me liberty or give me death? But the United States didn't want to have liberty, so they executed him, right? Shot him in the brain, they paid somebody to kill Lincoln. Didn't he catch a headshot? So of course. But if I would have caught if I'd have caught up to the officer, I probably would have beat the shit out of him. But kill him? Nah, what killing him is going to do, put me in jail for the rest of my life. I probably would have just beat the shit out of him and went to jail for 7 years, maybe 10. Probably would have broken him up bad, but I wouldn't have took his life. I would have beat the shit out of him because at that moment, that's what I was feeling. But this is how the white people in the corrupt courts and the corrupt cops and the scary police, they take our words and be frightened by them. But they committing offenses in the street towards our people because they're frightened by them.
A post where he mentions giving him death. And presumably that's referring to the officer.
Right.
Which was false. That's what they thought it was. I was on my Abraham Lincoln shit. Give me justice or give me death. That means I'm not going to stop fighting for justice for my brother, man. My brother was slain in the street by a dirty cop. Y'all going to hear how dirty this cop was. Y'all going to hear this shit.
So I guess my question is, what does Clark say about all of this?
So his defense argues that while his words were very strong, they were really born out of the grief and the anger that he felt over Flower's death and the perceived lack of accountability for the officer who shot him.
Right.
And that's exactly what the fuck I was feeling. I went completely off across this whole city Police was scared to look me in my face. I'm cursing PBA reps out. I'm cursing PBA presidents out. Police commissioners out. Every fucking body was getting it. You couldn't look me in my face. You know how you walk past somebody's motherfucking house that got the fence around their house, and that fence is for a reason, and they got that beware of the dog sign on their fence, and they letting you know this dog is very, very mean, right? You can't even look the dog in the face. You know, you walk past the house, the dog could be sitting on the porch staring you down. You ain't even looking. The dog ain't gonna bark. Soon as you turn your head and look that dog in the face, dog run up to the fence and start going crazy trying to get at you, right? I was that dog to the police. They couldn't look me in my motherfucking eyes after I know and figured out y'all niggas murdered my brother. I'm walking through the whole fucking streets. I'm recording these niggas when they ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. I'm putting them on Front Street. These motherfuckers couldn't make a move around here without me putting them on live or whatever, exposing them. And I'm cursing them out in the same time. Gangster.
Right.
So he claims that he never actually intended to harm anyone.
So this is where the First Amendment kind of comes into play.
Right.
Right. Because you might be surprised to learn that even speech that you might find deeply offensive is protected under the First Amendment as long as it doesn't directly incite violence.
Exactly.
Didn't I just tell y'all that? I had 4,000 people on my block. I want to say it was the morning of June 6, 2020. My brother was killed. June 5th, 2020. June 6, 2020, I had 4,000 people on the block. We was cooking out. I had the grill out. I was feeding the whole neighborhood out of my own pocket. You know what I'm saying? Some of the young guys came through, brought some candles that, showing respect to little bro. Next thing you know, had a DJ out. The block was already blocked off. This was no access block on my block. I took the block over and shut it down. Police didn't even come through. Police didn't even come through. We out there doing us. All I'm doing is I'm cooking food. I'm greeting people. They coming up. They giving me love. They telling me they sorry. Helping me cope. Salute to all 4,000 people that pulled up. Brooklyn, Long Island, Queens, Yonkers, Mount Vernon, the Bronx. Even some of the people my brother had beef with, they pulled up and sent their condolences. That's respect. You feel me? No matter what he did, he always kept it 100 with people because that's what he was taught. So at the end of the day, I start to look and I'm seeing bottles and bottles and bottles, and they popped open. And I know there was a lot of Don Julio drinking, but these bottles was filled to the neck, right? So I grab a bottle and I go to smell it. It's gasoline. The young bulls had about 30 bottles. Gasoline with the rags hanging out of them. They wanted to go burn the police station down. I told them that can't happen because if that happened, my brother's legacy dies. We gonna get this justice the real way, the right way. We gonna fight for this shit because that shit's gonna kill my brother's legacy and it's gonna kill everything that I'm fighting for. And they respected that. So a couple of the young boys who rapped, they made songs talking about it. There was groups formed. Some of them was real, some of them was fraudulent. But it was a lot, bro. It was a lot.
Exactly.
So it's a tricky balance between protecting free speech, but then also making sure that people are safe.
It really is. And we see this tension play out in so many cases that involve this inflammatory speech. And a lot of times it really falls to a jury to decide whether that speaker really intended to cause harm or whether what they were saying was protected by their right to free speech.
There wasn't no jury because I was going to take it and have a trial by a judge. Jury don't know me. It ain't my peers. I'll never have a trial by a jury because they don't know me. Trial by judge means the judge has to go by the book, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. He has to go by the book. If you ever go to trial, do not have a trial by jury. They're going to put people up there that have emotions or harbor feelings or just might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed that day and just got an attitude with life, and your life is in their hands. The judge got to do it by the book. So there wasn't no jury.
Okay, so in this case, we have to kind of go back to this shooting of Kamal Flowers.
Right.
And the officer involved, Alec McKenna.
Yeah.
This all happened on June 5th, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've read, this was not a clear-cut case.
No, not at all.
There were conflicting reports of what happened that day.
Right.
And McKenna was actually eventually cleared of any wrongdoing by a grand jury.
Yeah.
But
they didn't notify us as a family to come to the grand jury hearings, but they had 32 witnesses and all whole type of paperwork. But when they told us nothing, I had to do my own research. They took the word of the cop. They tried to cover it up. They tried to say my brother had a gun on him, which was a lie. Because if they said my brother had a gun on him and he tried to fire at the police officer, that means he had the gun in his hand. They said he put a clip in the gun and cocked the gun back, and then he tried to fire at the cop, but the gun didn't shoot. How would you load a gun? How would you have a gun with bullets and have a gun and the gun don't shoot and it's loaded? Where was his DNA? They said he had DNA from his fingertip on the trigger of the pistol that they found. Where was his DNA on the whole gun? Where's DNA on the clip? Where's DNA on the rack? I have the video of the second officer running down, looking back like he was looking to see if anybody was coming down the road. Then he bent down at a dead body. My brother was already dead. The cop was faking like he was doing chest processions on his chest to revive him. The bullet went through his side and crossed over and hit his heart and exploded his heart. So he was dead on contact. What was the second officer doing, bending down at my brother? Then he stands back up and then they turn him over. And the gun that they said that he had, it wasn't the gun that my brother even was around. I tried to get the motherfucking DA's criminal investigator to put me on a lie detector test for 2 years. And they refused. They kept ducking me. What's that tell you?
But I imagine, that lack of transparency really fueled that distrust in the investigation.
Definitely. And especially within the Black community in New Rochelle.
Right. And I could totally see how that would lead to this anger and frustration.
Right.
Especially for someone like Clark, who's close to Kamal Flowers.
Yeah. I mean, it makes you wonder, how much does that lack of transparency contribute to the outrage? And it makes you think about the fact that there's this whole other piece of the story, which is McKenna's history as an officer.
Right.
So the Talk of the Sound investigation found that he'd actually racked up 158 violations during one period while he was on the force.
Wait, 158?
Yeah.
The man had 158 violations. Listen to what he got reprimanded at.
158 violations.
What were these violations for?
So most of them were stemming from improper procedures during traffic stops. And that included things like turning off his dash cam, which is a big red.
Where was the tapes when all these motherfucking infractions was happening and these people was going to court? Where was the tapes? There wasn't no tapes. The nigga was turning off his dash cam. He had mad infractions for fucking traffic and traffic situations.
Red flag when it comes to police accountability.
Right.
And for all of these violations, 158 of them, he received a penalty of 7 days forfeited leave.
Okay.
7 days no pay for all them violations. Some of them violations, he was a criminal committing criminal offenses. So he should have caught criminal charges. Why that pig didn't catch criminal charges? Some of them shits was criminal.
Which is actually considered a pretty stiff penalty.
That's a lot of violations.
Yeah.
That ain't a fucking stiff penalty. For who?
But I'm curious,
if you would have caught 158 charges, right? Where would you be? I need the people to comment in the chat. If you caught 158 charges, where would you be? Somebody let me know. Where would you be if you caught 158 charges by these people? Where would you be after the motherfucking first charge? Where would you be?
For any of them for using excessive force or anything similar to what happened in the Flowers incident?
So the Talk of the Sound investigation doesn't really go into detail about the specific nature of each of these violations.
Okay.
But they did uncover another incident that really contradicts what city officials had been saying. So they had claimed that
Listen to what the city officials are saying.
McKenna had never drawn his gun before the Flowers shooting.
Oh.
And it turned out that wasn't true.
Oh, wow.
They found this incident about, they had claimed that McKenna for each of these violations.
Okay.
But they did uncover another incident that really contradicts what city officials had been saying. So they had claimed that McKenna had never drawn his gun before the Flowers shooting.
Oh.
And it turned out that wasn't true.
Oh, wow.
They found this incident about 5 months before the Flowers shooting, where he actually drew his gun on 2 young black men during a traffic stop.
Wow.
5 months before this pig executed my brother in the street, he drew his gun on 2 black kids before that. For a legal traffic move. These kids made a legal U-turn. Not illegal, a legal U-turn. And this cop pulls his gun on them.
And this wasn't even mentioned in the official narrative surrounding Flower.
See, now the mayor, the former mayor, Noam Bramson, stood up at a podium and faked it. Said it's a sad day for the city, and y'all got up there and y'all said this officer never pulled his weapon on anybody before he killed my brother. The cop was saying that the situation with my brother, he was forced to draw his weapon because my brother allegedly had a gun and he aimed it to shoot the police officer. But they never said that 5 months before this pig murdered my brother, he drew his weapon on 2 young black kids for making a legal traffic move.
Shooting.
Oh.
And it turned out that wasn't true.
Oh, wow.
They found this incident about 5 months before the Flowers shooting, where he actually drew his gun on 2 young black men during a traffic stop.
Wow.
And this wasn't even mentioned in the official narrative surrounding Flowers case.
So not exactly a great track record.
Yeah.
And this is the same officer involved in the shooting of Kamal Flowers. I mean, no wonder there's so much skepticism and anger surround.
How would you feel? This cop was a dirty, racist cop that was put in a neighborhood full of colored people. He was given a job to ride around and fuck with colored people. He shouldn't have never been on the force. And these niggas gave him a fucking job, bro.
Around this case.
I think it's understandable.
Yeah.
Given that context. It really does. It really adds another layer to this whole thing.
It does.
I mean, it makes you wonder about how all these other incidents, even if they aren't directly related to what happened with Flowers, contribute to this climate of distrust.
Right. Because if someone already has doubts about an officer based on things they've done in the past, they're going to be that much more skeptical when something like this happens.
Yeah, for sure. And that brings us back to like the core issue in Clark's case, which is, you know, did his social media posts cross that line from protected speech into criminal harassment?
It just seems like such a gray area.
Yeah. How do you even know?
How do you determine that?
Like, when does online anger become a real threat?
Right.
Legally, it comes down to proving intent,
Okay.
right? So you can't just look at the words themselves.
Right.
Prosecutors actually have to demonstrate that he intended those words to be perceived as like a real threat of violence,
Right.
not just an expression of anger.
Yeah, I mean, how do you
prove that?
How do you know what someone's really thinking when they're making a post?
Exactly.
It is a very challenging thing to prove.
Right.
So prosecutors have to rely on a lot of different factors to try to establish that.
Okay.
Right? Like they'll look at the circumstances surrounding the threat, how the target perceived the threat.
And they'll look at any history of violence or any threatening behavior.
We don't give a fuck about that. I'm supposed to feel how the fuck I want to feel. That motherfucker who killed my brother, he's supposed to feel how he's supposed to feel. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, really though, did you just hear this shit? What my feeling got to do with how he perceive it? I don't give a fuck how he perceive it. I don't give a fuck how he perceive it. Double tap the screen for me. Salute to you. That shit has nothing to do with nothing though. That nigga got scared because the nigga seen my post, and the nigga was so scared because he know what the fuck he did was wrong. That's when niggas get paranoid and they panic to a point where these niggas can't even function, B. That's how you supposed to have niggas like that. I'm not scared of the fucking police at all, nigga. I'm not scared of the fucking system. I'm not scared of none of that shit. Not scared of no fucking jail. I'm not scared of nothing. Because wherever the fuck I'm going to be, I'm going to be good. But what they not going to tell me is, oh, we think your words are a threat because he's scared. So fucking what, nigga? I don't give a fuck. So what? He's supposed to be scared. Murder my brother for no fucking reason. And I got the proof, nigga. You supposed to be scared, you bitch ass nigga. This nigga probably watching my shit now. Don't give a fuck. I could say your name, nigga. The order protection is up. When have you ever seen a police officer take an order protection out on a civilian? That shit happened. I got arrested in 2023 over this shit. I couldn't say this motherfucker's name until the end of 2025. So now I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak on this shit. I got the proof. You could go to my page. You could look at my videos. I got a couple lives that talk about it. I got a video that says NRPD is a joke. Look that up. Watch the breakdown on how my brother was murdered by these pigs. I got the paperwork to prove and contradict everything that this motherfucking pig said through the mouth of his attorney after they quickly exonerated this dirty pig in a secret grand jury hearing. The family wasn't there. We wasn't there to see none of this shit. But they secretly exonerated the nigga. But there's a thing called double jeopardy, right? But that shit can be knocked to the side if you got new evidence. And when they exonerated this pig, what he should have did was kept his motherfucking mouth shut, nigga. He come out the fucking courtroom and he speaks through the mouth of his attorney. And they tried to break down the shit, right? And I took that paper because courtesy of Robert Cox and Talk of the Sound, I got the paperwork and I got the CCTV footage. I'm doing all of that, Blastmaster Show. I just need the right advocates to get with me. I got all the proof that can get this fool, man. I don't just want to sue him. I want the nigga to go to fuck the jail. I want second-degree murder or manslaughter. I want him to go and put on a fucking green suit, nigga. And he ain't gonna go to no fucking country club. They gonna put his ass in a prison, but they gonna isolate him away from the whole fucking jail. But he gonna do some fucking time. I need the right help. I've been reaching out to the right people. I done hit the Khalif Browder Association. They was talking to me for a minute. Shout outs to them, man. I hit attorney Benjamin Crump. He ain't kicked back. My son, I'm reaching out to these people. I got some real situations over here, man. Know what I'm saying? People are trying to ask people for money to advocate for them, and I'm not with that, bro. You should want to advocate because you should want to see justice for the people, man. Why y'all niggas become advocates? And I ain't talking directly to nobody. I'm just talking to all of them, because all these advocates be looking for some bread to get out here and get active. The black clergy is selling us out. They claiming, right. I'm gonna talk to my people, man, because I know I got a civil joint. But at the end of the day, this is the shit that's going on. Fuck what Dwight Howard and these niggas is doing. Fuck what 50 Cent and Papoose and Mano and Jim Jones and these niggas is doing. Fuck what they doing. This is what the fuck is going on, bro. It's happening to us, and none of these fucking rappers or big-ass advocates is looking back into the fucking hood to really see what's going on unless they can make a fucking dollar or they look good on this fucking social media. Brand Nubian is from where I'm from. These niggas don't talk to niggas about shit like this. I got arrested with Grand Pooba's son. This is real life shit. Nobody wants to come fuck with me when it comes to shit like this, when it's challenging the system, but everybody claim to be real niggas, right? But real niggas only go through shit like this, nigga.
Okay, so in Clark's case, could his prior arrests, for disorderly conduct, obstructing governmental administration,
right?
There's no fucking such thing as disorderly conduct. That disorderly conduct, it goes against your freedom of fucking speech, bro. Y'all niggas better get educated. Niggas better get educated. I got you, Blastmaster Show. I'm getting on. I'm on that, bro. No freaky. But this is what the real niggas go through. The real niggas go through this shit. The real niggas ain't going through what the fuck niggas could vlog on. Niggas won't vlog about shit like this. Why? Why? Y'all niggas want to be YouTube famous? Y'all niggas could take this shit, make it your dialogue, start your YouTube channel, and talk. Make people aware. More people are tuned into your shit. You know why? Because you talking with some intellect, some motherfucking sense. You ain't worried about that bullshit rap game. What the rap game doing for niggas, man? Niggas is really trying to become famous off of YouTube for speaking about other niggas' business, man. Speak about some real shit that's going on, that's happening in the street, to all black men, to all motherfucking colored men, to some black women. Let's talk about how the fucking police is thinking they above the law out here. And ain't nobody speaking up on that. Niggas want to talk about what the fuck Cardi B and Stephon Diggs and Keefe D and Puffy and these niggas is talking about, nigga. Fuck these niggas. That's the real nigga shit. Fuck these niggas. If you agree with me, put a 1 in the chat. Double tap the screen. That helps the algorithms. I ain't asking for no super chat. I'm just asking for some real intellect and authentic love here. Niggas is agreeing with the real shit. That if everybody's claiming they real, why niggas ain't speaking about this real shit? Niggas is catching cases. I caught a case like this out here, B. I caught a case out here like this. I'm speaking to advocates. Nobody. I'm nobody, but they letting the news tell a story on what happened to my motherfucking loved one, my nigga. I got him tatted on my body, nigga. And I know these niggas murdered my nigga for no reason, but ain't nobody out here fucking with the situation, right? But niggas want to worry about fucking rappers. Some of these niggas don't even know these rappers. Y'all know niggas that y'all know that's being fucked over by the motherfucking system, and y'all niggas ain't speaking on this shit, my nigga. Antonio Walker, salute to you, man. This is real shit, bro. I got older niggas from my hood that won't even speak on this shit. Niggas see me in the street, say, yo, he wildin', he bugging. Nah, nigga, I'm just doing shit you niggas were supposed to be doing. Showing the young niggas how you can step to these niggas and be smart about it and hit these niggas with the laws, man. And make these niggas back the fuck up off of you, man. And respect your shit. That's the real gangster, bro. The gangster is fighting the system. I don't got no beef with no nigga in the street, except the nigga who said something crazy about my mom's. But then I had to correct my shit. May she rest in peace, right? Because right after he said something crazy about my mom's, his mom's died. So I understand the laws of physics and karma and energy, nigga. Something niggas ain't hip to. Niggas be really out here pump faking and trying to sell niggas shit, man. Then begging for money and shit.
Could those be used against him?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, so
they couldn't use shit against me. So that woman was talking bullshit right there. They couldn't use that against me because I had beat the disorderly conduct shit. Yeah, so what the fuck y'all talking about? Those was initial charges. Y'all can't use a nigga's nothing against him for exercising his First Amendment right. Fuck these niggas talking about.
You know, for disorderly conduct, obstructing governmental administration.
Right.
Could those be used against him?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, so prosecutors might argue that those incidents, along with the content of the social media posts, kind of paint a picture of someone who is prone to aggression or threatening behavior.
Right. So even if he says that, you know, he posted these things in the heat of the moment, fueled by his grief.
Right.
His actions could be used against him.
Right. They could say, well, look, he's got this history of this kind of behavior. So it's not.
That's all the fuck they can say. So what? I got a history of talking shit. Okay. I got a history of talking shit and y'all trying to shut me up. Okay. It becomes a civil matter. I fight it in civil court. That's the history I got. I'm talking shit to the police. They don't like that shit. They don't like that. It's not just
this isolated incident. It's part of a pattern.
This case really highlights all the complexities of free speech in our digital age.
It's a pattern of me talking shit, just like I said.
Definitely.
It seems like social media is just this like battleground for these heated exchanges.
It is.
It makes you wonder, can just like a rant on Facebook or Twitter really land you in legal trouble?
It's a question that we're grappling with more and more and more because our lives are so intertwined with these online platforms.
Right.
This case is a reminder that what we do online can have real world consequences.
Yeah.
You know, the First Amendment protects a lot of speech.
Right.
But there are limits.
Right.
And true threats are not protected.
Right. So it's not about, you know.
What fucking limits do you have on freedom of speech? There is no limit. There is definitely no limit on freedom of speech. So whoever told you that, don't listen to that. Do not listen to that at all. There is no limit on freedom of speech. You can say what the fuck you want, when you want, how you want to, how loud you want to. There is no fucking limit on freedom of speech. Yeah, I got all that paperwork, Blastmaster. I could present, I'm gonna present all of that. Talk of the not Talk of the Sound. Yeah, it was Talk of the Sound. Robert Cox sent me all the paperwork, all of it. I got footage that the police don't even think niggas got. I got it. I got the shit. Where's it at? Let me show you. Show you right now. Where's she at? I'm gonna show you right now. Hold on. I'm gonna show you right now. I got it. Where I got it. See this little thing right here? This is it. This is the key that's going to open up the cell door for that pig. You feel me? The key. And there's a couple of more around just in case they want to try and do some dumb shit, right? And try and take my key, right? For some apparent stupid reason, they'll try and take my key. But they'll have to, really fight me for the key, though. Because nobody gets the key to my house, which is going to be his prison. I'm going to open up the keys to my own private prison for that pig.
No, being silent.
Right.
But it's about being mindful
of what we say and how we say.
Exactly.
Because words have power.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can have really serious legal ramifications.
It's so true.
Right. And I think another important thing is that the context in which those words are written matters a lot.
Yeah.
And I think, in this case, Clark's anger and frustration are totally understandable.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances surrounding the flower shoeing and McKenna's history. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But the question for the jury is really going to be, does that context excuse those threats?
Right.
And like I said, there wouldn't have been no jury trial. It would have been trial by a judge, and the judge would have to go by the book. I got you. Most of it is already up. I got documents. It's all over the place. I got it all over the place. This shit is on every digital platform. I done release shit. If you go on my YouTube, go on my YouTube channel, type up NRPD is a joke. NRPD is a joke. Type that in your Google search. In your YouTube search. And Blastmaster, when you do that, follow me on Instagram at No Game Records, and I'll show you a little something. You heard? I'll show you a little something. I appreciate you. That's it for today, man. I just, had to get on and let people know that there's some real shit going on out here, and they numbers ain't adding up. They chasing it, but they chasing the wrong thing. If you start speaking on some real shit, the real people going to tap in. The gossip and the chatting people always going to be here. Those are going to be the people that's dumb to everything that's going on, and all they know is gossip and chat. They know how to believe somebody else just because it sounds good instead of motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on top of that too. I got you. It's called Justice for Kamal Flowers. I got that in motion. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I just got the key back. You know what I'm saying? I moved around, and so this was in my suitcase, and I remember what's on this, and it's all that. So we're gonna put it together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we on top of this. We on top of this situation. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep kicking. And I told my little brother at his casket, and I said, as long as I got air in my lungs and I got life in my body, we're gonna keep fighting for this, and we're gonna get this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, his death, June 2020, it stressed my mother out so bad. My mother passed away. May she rest in heaven. August, the same summer. So you know what it did to me. So yeah, peace. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. This channel can't be a channel without the people, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the notification bell. That lets you know when I go live, because when I go live, we talking about real shit. Not none of that other watered down shit. This is not your average podcast. This is smoke and mirrors. When you tired of being gassed, you feel me? Make your circle a dot. Keep your grass cut. Watch for the snakes. Be observant of your surroundings. But most importantly, stack chicken. You heard? Till next time. Love yourself before you can love anybody else. But make sure your brain is clear and your mind is right. One love, y'all.